and I'll wait for Speed to come up here. My camera is not close enough. My big head is not enough in this frame here. Let's see.
Turn the Wi-Fi off.
Oh. The Wi-Fi?
I went on the network.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Someone let me know when we're actually feeding through. I can see stuff on my end.
Through.
Okay, we're feeding through. All right, awesome. Welcome back to the show. Let me drop the open right now on everyone. And
Welcome back to the Hank
kaboom! What kind of kaboom was that, Walter?
It's a kaboom I feel, actually.
Oh, Walter doesn't feel so good. Make sure you guys subscribe, ring the bell, all that kind of good stuff so you can get notified. Come on, let's do jazz hands. Come on. Let's see jazz hands. Okay, Accu-Tech guys, you better show me some jazz hands right now. I better see it. Come on,
Get
Dave.
excited.
Come on,
Get
Patrick.
excited.
Woohoo, there we go, jazz hands. We are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on tonight. This is episode 494 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. We're coming to you live with Walter Keller of SHF. There he goes. He of the Big Noggin Supreme.
I crowned the big noggin. Boom.
Yeah. Walter is here. Let's see. What is that, Walter? What do you have in your hands there?
That's that brass-handled
okay.
saber knife-looking thing, yeah.
Yeah. What's up with you, Walter? Not feeling so good?
Well, I'm still feeling the effects of the SHOT Show in Hmong, so.
Oh, okay.
Better today, but still not perfect.
Are you taking your vitamins? Are you taking your medication and other things?
No vitamins or nothing today, so.
No. Oh, okay.
No vitamins.
Yeah. And for all I know, you haven't taken your medications in a long time.
What medication?
So.
Stinking medication.
Psychiatric ones.
Oh, the crazy pills. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy pills. We've got Walter here. He's here. We also have Mike from MW Tactical. He's joining us. What's up, Mike? What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. Just had a great day at the range. Glad to be on the show, and let's talk some gun stuff.
Okay, awesome. Are these new glasses that you're wearing? I don't think I've seen these things before.
Shooting glasses?
These are Hunter HD Golds. Actually, I have 3 pair of them, and that's how good they are.
Oh, okay.
But these are not the ones that I actually shoot in. I got a pair that I just wear around every day, drive or whatever the case may be, and I can actually sit in front of the computer for a couple hours without getting a headache by wearing these.
Oh, okay. And are these guys sponsoring you or something?
I haven't really talked sponsorship, but I did get a pair of shooting glasses, from him. So
okay.
I need to sit back and talk to him.
Yeah.
But for shooting, if you're talking competition, if you check out, wrong side, this company right here, Red Dirt Shooting, they are phenomenal with everything you need for as shooting competition, reloading, or whatever the case may be. And then when you turn around, if you're looking to get paid off of shooting a level 2 and higher match, if you place first, second, or third in your division or class, like you have a chance to win money from this company.
Oh, okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah.
Like I said, I thought it was very cool myself. So.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have the dudes from Accu-Tech. They're here. Let's see. Let's get them solo in the window. We got Dave and Patrick. They're joining us live from Accu-Tech in, where are you guys? Colorado, right? Colorado?
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah. Awesome. So what's up with you guys?
I'm recovered pretty fully from SHOT Show. I bounced back pretty easily. I'm still young, so.
What does that mean? Does that mean is he trying to say something about you, Dave?
Easy to bounce back.
Oh, Dave, I don't know, man. Them there's fighting words.
It still takes me a while to bounce back.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back to the show. Good to have you guys on. So we've got Mike from MW, we've got the Accu-Tech guys, we got Walter, we got myself. We're here today. I guess we'll be talking a little bit of SHOT Show. 3 of us went to SHOT Show, 1 of us didn't. Didn't make it out to SHOT Show.
Yeah, my bad.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Also, the show's brought to you guys by Franklin Armory that you see down in the bottom. Shout out to the Franklin Armory guys, makers of binary triggers and lots of other cool guns. Some things that are outside of the box. I actually have a pretty good interview coming up here shortly with the owner of Franklin Armory, Jay Jacobson. Just uploading it right now. So if you guys see me step off of screen for a second, I'm going to make sure that that thing actually got uploaded. Because it's only me. Lola's not here. Lola's hanging out and shopping and stuff like that right now. So she's not right. She's not here.
So Lola's not here, so we're gonna have technical difficulties and
Lola
3,
doesn't
1.
Lola doesn't control any of this stuff around here. She's just in the background shouting out orders. Yeah, she doesn't actually push any buttons over here, except mine. She pushes my buttons. Yeah, so that's it. Shout out to everyone who's out there. As folks are coming in, please smash the thumbs ups. All right, make sure you share this video, subscribe here to the channel, ring the bell, all that kind of good stuff. If you're listening to us on audio, make sure you subscribe to us on your favorite audio as well. You know, we download the audio from this and we put it up as a podcast. Walter, I don't know if you know that. 100,000 downloads we're approaching right now.
Okay.
Yeah, from all over the world. Walter Keller, people listening to you in Uzbekistan.
I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But,
Yeah. So, all right. What's up with everyone? Yeah. What's going on? Everyone good?
yeah.
Well, we got back from SHOT Show, the three of us, right? Back to work. Dave's hammering away in the machine shop. I'm in and out of the shop trying to get some stuff together. So,
Okay.
I think for us, exciting things from the beginning of the year. So.
Right. So bring us all up to date on what Accu-Tech has been up to. Obviously, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but you can't show any guns while we go live here. But tell us what Accu-Tech has been up to, and I will try to roll in some Accu-Tech stuff.
So Accu-Tech, we built a new barrel assembly on the AK platform. Basically, we gave it a bull barrel, eliminated some of the hard step downs off the barrel so we can eliminate some of the accuracy issues and give us a bigger shoulder so we can actually put suppressors. And we threaded the barrel so we could put on AR-10 muzzle brakes, redesigned the front sight gas block combination, takes an AR-style sight now, and it's a clamp on. Do our own gas tube and rear sight block. The rear sight block has a pick rail on the top with a dovetailed in rear sight that you can punch out. Now you've got a platform. So that's kind of what we build. We assembled the entire firearm as well. But this year, cranked out a AK pistol, did some cross marketing with Gearhead Works. Those guys do a phenomenal brace that we like. So
Yeah, they challenged me to do a pistol for SHOT Show and gave me about 2 weeks to get it done.
Okay, yeah, and I did see that. We did a video with the Gearhead Works guys for anyone who wants to see that. I was rolling in some stuff from you guys' Instagrams while you're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
So that was a good little cross marketing for SHOT Show. I think we're going to continue marketing with them for the rest of the year. NRA, a couple other shows that they do. Those guys are from Tennessee, but we like their work. They try to build a higher quality buttstock, and we try to build a higher quality AK, right? So it's a good branding opportunity, I think, for both companies. So we're going to continue to grow that relationship. And then we decided, since we had so much fun with the AK pistol at the range, that we're going to release the AK pistol for the market. We're taking orders now. They'll be ready in
Particular one is on an AK, but it's a mod 2. We still have 5 positions here worth of adjustability.
I'm just rolling in some footage of them showing your AK, the Gearhead Works video that we have up.
Simply just shortened down, right? So that's cool. If you like the heavier barrel, you like being able to have that AR-10 muzzle brakes. So that was a good combination, I think, for the AK pistols. We took it to the range before SHOT Show and had a blast with it. That brace on there really makes it controllable. And
is that the Mod 2? What is that brace? The Mod 2C? Or I can't keep track of I can't keep track of all the names.
Mod 2C is what they're calling it. So
yeah. I don't know if you've had a chance to see all the new stuff that's out, Walter. or for that matter, Mike. I don't know if you've seen those.
I saw. We talked. Paul stopped by the booth and I chatted with him too. So, yep.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, guys. You guys just talk amongst yourselves here real quick. I'm listening, but I got to go check on that video, like I said.
Oh. Geez.
Yes, I'm listening to you. I'm right here.
Where's Lola when we need her?
I'm right. Hey, that's code word for it's about to go down, but I'm gonna blame somebody else for the mishap.
Now, everybody, get the guns, quick!
My goodness, man. Where's Lola when you actually need her?
So that was the big exciting thing for us for the beginning of the year was the release of the AK pistol. So that gives us another product on the market, and I think something people will enjoy.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that went well with you over there at Gearhead Works. Yeah.
So, what's the real concept behind that AK pistol?
Like our concept, we weren't really going to build an AK pistol. It wasn't really in our thing. Then we met up with Gearhead Works, got a hold of their M2C, loved it. It's basically just trying to. Everybody. I feel like a lot of the market right now is everybody wants compressed, right? They want condensed rifles. The long rifle it's still popular, but everyone wants to be tactical and have the small stuff. So, we weren't big fans of the pistols. I've built them in the past, and I don't know, but now, that one was fun having that new adapt piece.
What was the reason? By the way, I went and checked on that thing. I wanted to take off the internet so we don't. It's uploaded. I gotta turn it on. Anyway, what was the reason you guys didn't want to build a AK pistol?
For me, the pistol, I don't know, the ones I've built in the past, you just get a giant fireball out of the front end of it. It's not that accurate. It's a fun toy, but
You just said it though.
Yeah, that's the reason to build it.
Why'd you? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, okay, there are people who shoot at targets and all that stuff, but most people get AKs and they are toys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so you might as well sell that. The guy that wants the AK pistol, his toy, make it, sell it, make a couple shekels. And the guy that wants a rifle, do the same. Yeah,
we want the big fireball coming out of that.
I know. I had that first thing when the braces first came out years ago. I was like, I don't want to touch them because I thought ATF was going to flip on them early on. To be honest with you, and it didn't happen. And for a long time, I'm going. You know what? I'm going to sell them too because everybody else is doing it.
Right. I think it was more we wanted to focus on just getting our name out there. We had one rifle, that platform. Just keep building on that, and then as your name, as people know you more, then you start producing more stuff. But we got the challenge from Gearhead Works and jumped on it, and it seems to be working. So,
I mean, Gearhead Works is selling all those that little bitty short rifle and all that stuff.
Right.
They didn't think that was going to be popular either, and everybody wants it.
Yeah.
So
I liked it.
I mean, it's like one man's accuracy is another man's annoyance. I guess we'll say. I mean,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't buy guns. Really, I mean, seriously, a lot of people can't shoot past their end of their arm. Most of them. I mean, they're not very good. And the gun can be the most accurate gun in the world, but they can't hit the broadside of a barn just because they're not good shooters. But they don't care. They just get to shoot. So, hey.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be. I don't think it always has to be a practical sport. I mean, there's some guns you buy for their practicality and some guns you buy just for the hell of it.
When people say to me, well, what are you going to do with a 50 cal? You know what I say? What do you do with a Harley? And they go, what do you do with a Corvette? What do you mean? They're useless.
Wait, now hold on a second.
A Harley is a big two-wheeled vibrator. Okay.
And what's
and a Corvette is or an Audi A whatever or a whatever. It's a two-person.
Just check yourself before you wreck yourself, Walter.
So, but I'm not that way. I'm just like, hey man, if you want to drive an 18-wheeler all day through the neighborhood, hey, rock and roll, go for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Some things are for fun. Some things are for fun.
Practicality is not. Toys are not practical.
No. Yeah, absolutely not. I agree. So I know we cut you off here on our little diatribe.
Sorry about that.
Patrick. So Patrick, I'm going to take it that you and Dave are AK purists.
No, not really. I mean, we obviously, just from our barrel assembly, I think we pissed off the purist, right? I mean, this is kind of what that is. We got rid of the AK sight and, changed. We put an AR style front sight on there. So I think we were kind of pissed off the purists. It's not that. I think it was just more, I don't know. We were looking at, okay, how far do we want to extend ourselves? How many products do we want to release? I mean, we've only been at this for what, 2 years now, 3 years, going on 3. So
stay focused on your core,
Right.
I'll try to go 2 directions at one time.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are a relatively new company. In the chat here, Richard Rasnick says Acu-Tec makes awesome bipods. That's not you guys, right?
No, that's.
Yeah.
I think they spelled there's ACCUTETAC. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then Lars different.
Accu-Tech.
Yeah. This is ACU-TEC. Yeah. Listen, why don't you just call the why don't you just get a name that's different from other names? Call the company Hank's AKs. Hank's AKs.
We bashed this thing out for a long time and ended up with Acu-Tech.
Yeah. Let's have a vote right now. Let's have a vote. This is a business meeting. This is official business meeting here. I say Hank AKs. Who's second me on that? Mike, would you second me? Come on. Mike's not saying.
Don't even ask. Don't even ask.
You're not gonna say. Okay, what about you, Walter? No, you're not gonna.
I said don't even ask.
Oh man, you guys are cruel. Yeah. So where did the name Acu-Tech come from? Let's get that, because I don't know if we covered this before. We probably did.
I've had the name Acu-Tech for 23 years with my machine shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always been Acu-Tech CNC. So I just dropped the CNC and put arms on there, and now we're Acu-Tech Arms.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not very creative, Obviously, I can't spell if you look at Acu-Tech,
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Understood. By the way, folks out there, smash the thumbs up buttons. I appreciate it here. Okay, so we're cutting you off here in the conversation. So Gearhead Works challenged you to make an AK pistol for SHOT Show. You made the pistol. And then you're going to make it available. Give us the details, like what is this thing going to cost? When is it going to be available for people to buy?
60 to 90 days from now. We are taking orders now, but people just need to know they won't ship for at least 60 to 90 days. If we're looking at the pistol, we have a base one, which is just the plastic handguard, the adjustable buttstock, the rubber overmolded grip, just like our regular rifle, just with the shorter barrel. And MSRP on that one is $13.50. Now, if you do the one like we had at the show with the SLR handguards and the Vortex sight, that one's at $15.50.
Okay.
But you get the in the SLR handguards.
Oh, okay. Wait, an optic is coming with it?
For the base model, no optics, but with just the steel sights, that one's $13.50. And then if you do the upgraded with the SLR handguard and the Vortex sight, it's just their little low pro red dot, it's $15.50. So you get the steel sight, the red dot, and the upgraded handguards for $15.50.
Okay, and let's see. I'll try to roll this in here so everyone can get a look at it. This is pretty much a close-up of it so you all could see it.
Yeah, that's the one from SHOT Show. That's the $15.50.
$15.50. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know if you got a chance to handle that, Walter, or if you got any questions. Mike, are you into AKs? You own an AK?
No, I'm totally against AKs.
Oh. Totally against.
Yeah, man. That experience, overseas, I think it was too loud. It kind of had me lose a little bit of hearing. So now I see an AK, I kind of walk the other way.
I was gonna say, go ahead.
It's a lot of the community. It's interesting. We're 50-50. Like for me, being a combat veteran, like I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of people when I was overseas. They took to it, and like it's just like I said, I'm just the opposite. So it's not for everybody.
It's interesting split. I was talking to some guys, and I was like, "Hey, you're a veteran. What do you think about the AK?" And people are like, "I got shot at by that weapon. I don't want it." Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people that just I don't know. I love the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I've heard all those arguments. I would say most of the guys I know that served recently are AK fans, and in some circumstances, we're picking up AKs and using them to sling back, rounds at the bad guys, just using them more effectively, I should say.
Yeah. Why not use parts and ammo available, right?
Yeah. So, that's not how you got injured, is it, Mike?
No. I got injured. Well, I did get shot, but also got blown up. But I wasn't hit by AK.
Oh, okay. All right. Jim said, okay. So what was? Do you know what you got hit by when you got? Do you have any idea?
It was a small caliber, so like a handgun.
Oh, okay.
Because it didn't like take off a chunk of meat, but the bullet's still in me. So.
Oh, okay. Oh. And then an IUD or something went off?
Yeah, I was in like about 6 or 7 IED explosions.
Mm-hmm. IED, like excuse me. What did I just say? IUD?
Yeah, you're thinking of something else. But...
Inter-uterine device. That's what he was thinking.
Yeah, you're thinking of something.
I don't know why I was thinking that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I was in like about 6 or 7 explosions. But when I say 6 or 7 explosions, only like 2 or 3 of them I was really close enough, like that really jacked me up. But the rest of them were like, I was just in the vicinity, but not really close enough to say I'm hurt or anything like that, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting some people out there. I carry my revolver in single action, says I love AKs. Let us know right now, who is for or again? How do you say that? For or again? The AK. Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of
I'm for the AKs.
But then again, I'm an equal opportunity owner. I own a little bit of everything, so.
Yeah. Listen, I think most gun guys would like to have everything. I know there's certain people. There's always someone who doesn't like this thing or that thing. But you guys could let us know out there. For example, I was looking at the video that I did about the Sky pistols, right, at SHOT Show. And the Sky pistols have been traditionally double action. And everyone's like, oh, man, and they didn't want, including me. I don't really, I would prefer not to have double action. But then on that video, there was someone saying, I will never, that thing's striker fired now. I'll never buy that. And I was like, okay, someone's going to have to explain to me why that's bad. So I don't know if you guys have any opinions of that. Why is striker fire bad?
No, I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
So. Once again, it goes back to each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I was thinking as a manufacturer, it's probably easier to make.
The striker fire, yeah. But so why is it that some people don't like them?
That's a good. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it's a good question.
That's a good question. If anyone out there, do you know, Patrick?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Why would a person not like a striker fire? Is double action more reliable? What's there's some reason. I'm asking seriously.
Double action's a lot harder to set off by accident.
Yeah.
Right. Gives you time to think about your shot.
Yeah.
You got to do a lot of squeezing a lot of times to get double action to go off versus some of these singles where they put the striker fire and they put the lighter triggers in. They go the Glocks, man, shooting their feet and shooting their legs and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. Does anyone? Okay, so Mike, you do competition. Does anyone compete with a double action?
I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't go around looking at everybody's gun to like, hey, that's double action or that's striker. You know what I'm saying? But of course, like when I'm at a competition, I'm only really focused on myself unless there's a malfunction with the gun, and now everybody's paying attention to make sure it's a safe environment.
Okay. Well, next time you're competing, stop being so damn selfish and look around and find out for us so we can answer this question.
Okay. So now what you're asking me to do is when I'm at the top of the list, I'm trying to win.
Focus.
Yeah. I'm trying to win these competitions, Hank. But now you're asking
take
me
one for the team.
Everybody else and be at the bottom.
Take one for the team.
Well, Hank will sponsor you instead of that other person.
Oh, well, okay, hold on a sec. Hold on.
Okay, so if I get a shirt that says Hank Strange's logo that says I'm here with Hank, I will go to a match and pay attention to everybody else and just wave the match off.
Oh, okay. So I got to make the T-shirt now.
I will rock it. Just
okay. I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Why
let's
you
see.
what?
What?
You're not even supporting me then. I'm trying to win.
Okay, all I need to do is give you a T-shirt.
Yeah, and I'll do what you want me to do out of shooting competition.
Oh, is this just one or from now on?
No, just one match.
Oh,
just one
okay.
match.
All right.
A local match. It has to be a local match.
Because don't tell me this. We'll put extra stuff on that T-shirt.
Hey, I will wear it just
You'll
for
have to.
you.
If we put boobies on there, you're still wearing it.
I will still wear it.
Okay, we could come up with some things to put on this shirt, man. Don't get us started here. We will invent stuff to go on the shirt. Okay, so let's see. There's this informal poll. E-Rock says I love both AK and AR. Camp David says AKV. D Pike says AK OK. Chris Bullis says neutral. Big Cliff says AR-10 fan. Okay. Prefers the 308, I guess. Flying Rich says a firearm is a tool. I use the tool that has nails available for it. Okay, there you go. Miss K says I'm for them. Clint Sanders says 4AK. Jim Way Jam says fur. Brian Quick says I haven't found an AK I like. I'm partial to more accurate weapons. Oh, that's okay. Gunny Z says AK rocks. Go ahead, Dave.
Tell them give us a call.
Yeah.
We've worked on the accuracy. That's part of our goal.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing about your barrel system, right? That you guys have going, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Got
So
rid of the additional sights and put a heavier barrel on it.
yeah. So how much more accurate are your barrels? Have you guys gone through all the testing on this?
I mean, like informally, just we test fire every rifle before it goes out of our shop, and just so we laser bore sight them in the shop, and then we take them out to the range and make sure it hits paper. 10 rounds go through every AK. So I decided one day when we were at the range, picked it up, threw it on a bench, and we're below 2 MOA on a weapon that wasn't even sighted for me, right? Just grabbed it. So I think that's a sufficient battle rifle.
Okay.
And what ammo are you just using?
Tula.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I've known people who have reloaded their own 7.62 and brought that Miniv angle down way, and with a regular AK barrel, brought it way down because the ammo quality is a big factor in that.
Just find the Wolf Tula, Wolf Tula, 100, $120 for 1,000 rounds.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys only shoot the cheap stuff. Is that one of the reasons why you like AKs?
No, I mean, we can shoot the more expensive stuff. I just need for like testing purposes. We use Wolf or Tula just because it's available, and if you're gonna run, I'd rather make sure it works on the cheap stuff first, right?
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't aware. I mean, are there a lot of guys reloading their own 7.62?
It's so cheap that why?
Yeah, I mean, not that I know of. I mean, this person who did this was a few years back. He was kind of anal retentive when it came to the ammo, so he had to do it. He had to do it. But he told me it worked, and he was pushing it out of just a Romanian Wasser. So but it did increase it drastically.
Yeah,
or lower it.
I've got dies for it, but I've never done any reloading on it since.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Didn't even dies.
Let's see.
I'll play with it someday.
Oh, okay. Elster's Rifles and Reloading says, what's going down, y'all? Just getting over the frickin' SHOT Show plague. It's a real deal. Did everything in my power not to get sick and not get it, and he still got it. So our condolences to you. Hopefully you get better. Well, so the whole thing about the barrel is you guys, you've got a more accurate gun. You can do some different things with this barrel. Do you know what did you guys lose from going with a shorter barrel? What's the barrel length of the pistol?
It's we went from 16.3 down to 11.3.
11.3. Okay. I don't know where you start losing efficiency. I'm not a ballistics expert, so someone else will have to cue me in on when
feet per second. What kind of per inch of barrel? What do you find you lose feet per second when you go from 16 to?
We didn't play with it that much because we had 2 weeks to build it, so it was more make sure it functions, go to the range, have some fun with it. Dave couldn't put it down once he shot it, so
it was efficiently fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the test, I guess, over there. DCG44 says AK customers are more likely to shoot cheap ammo, so your guns better work with Rot Gut, Tula, and Wolf.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there you go.
Well, let me just tell you what, like, with 50 cals, people buy the cheapest ammo they can find, and they get
it's freaking $5 a round or something.
No.
Okay, what's the cheapest round on 50?
You could buy Lake City, American-made Lake City current production stuff for under $3 a round. Pretty easy.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
Under $3.
So, but that is machine gun ammo. That's not designed to shoot minute of angle. That's not designed to, do these 5,000-yard shots that these people dream of, that they hear about and things, or mile shots.
Yeah.
So, or they get even cheaper, like reloads that they don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
And
you know what's the best, cheapest 50 out there? I can tell you right now.
What, mine?
Yes.
Well, thank you for that plug. I wasn't looking for a plug, but
No,
well,
I'm talking about the ammo. I'm talking about the ammo.
Oh, okay.
The most affordable ammo is the one I get from you, Walter.
What I was working toward was when people start having problems sometimes, and I say, "Where'd you get the ammo?" I don't know. I mean, what brand is it? Oh, I don't know. I'm like, well, that doesn't help anything. I mean, there's a lot of reloaded stuff out there that's really, even it's reloaded by some of these people that people know, that doesn't mean it's reloaded right. So,
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, that's the 50. The AK is a totally different deal. I would guess.
It's a different animal.
Yeah. Most people are just putting the cheapest stuff they can get through their AK. And that's probably why lots of people like it. Cheap, hard hitting round, I guess,
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll perform like an AK when you use regular AK ammo.
Yeah. Does anyone compete with an AK? Anyone out there compete? I don't know if Mike knows. They do? Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
Because I only compete with pistol.
Oh, okay. You're just doing pistol. Okay.
There are probably some people who do some, I guess we'll call 3-gun with AKs.
Yeah.
But it just varies from. I don't know anybody in particular. But.
You've got some dedicated competitions now. You got Red October. You got
right.
A couple other that are just dedicated AK 3-gun competitions. There are some that are starting to get into now that you've got drop-in triggers and tunable gas blocks and all this other stuff. So it's never going to be like the popular gun. It's not the AR, right? But you're going to see the occasional guy that wants to challenge himself or do something funny, and he'll bring an AK to a shooting match just because they are becoming more updated with the tunable and the triggers and so on and so forth. But last I heard, if you go to if you're using an AK platform, they do give you like I don't know what you want to call like a handicap, just because the reloading is a little bit more difficult and the charging you don't have a bolt hold open feature when you're out of ammo. So I heard they're kind of handicapping that for people, but like I said, I don't think it'll ever become mainstream. You'll have your AK competitions, but I don't think it'll be like the next gun everyone's running.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I've also seen people do training. Like I've done training with Reed, and there's been guys out there with AKs and friggin' iron sights on it kicking ass.
Oh yeah. There's Colorado and some of the groups out here. They do team training stuff, and you can show as long as you got a battle rifle. It doesn't matter if it's an FAL, an AK, AR. They just want you to have a battle rifle, and they go out and train together. They don't care. So
yeah. Let's get some comments in here. I'm not Will Rogers says like bringing a knife to a gunfight in 3-gun. That's his. Richard Monder says I've seen a few guns blow up here by people that said they were good at reloading. I've seen it myself.
The funny part is when you get a guy on the phone, I've been reloading for 40 years. I said, have you ever done 50 cal? No. Because, it ain't the same as your 38 special or your 9mm. I can tell you that.
Yeah. What was that, Patrick? Go ahead.
No, I was just The 50 cal has got a lot more going on. That's a big case.
Yeah. People think they know everything, but they don't. You know, that's scary when you start loading that much powder. You got a quarter stick, like a quarter stick of dynamite kind of thing going on there. So you don't want to have an accident with the 50 cal.
Yeah. Jade Grew says, I had problems with PMC bronze in my SHDF 50, but Federal and Hornady ran fine. Go ahead.
I was just typing to him. Actually,
okay.
My experience with PMC is it runs pretty good, because PMC is actually, that's Korean military ammo. And when you get a box of PMC, it's nice and shiny and clean. When you get the Lake City stuff that they're selling to civilians, which 9 times out of 10 is all seconds, if you don't know that, it has little dents and dings in it. Anything that comes from American Eagle brand that's got an X in front of it, like XM, whatever, XM30, that's all seconds. Not that it doesn't go off and run, but on the 50 cal you'll see little dents and dings in the necks. There's corrosion. I've seen all kinds of little things. But yeah, PMC usually runs fine. So hey, American Eagle's cheaper than PMC, so point for you. Boom.
Yeah. Let's see. American Freedom Outdoors says there's a competition in Nebraska called Pandemic in the Heartland. There's anything goes for weapons. It's a zombie shoot. So there you go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you can run it there. Okay. Let me see. We were talking about AKs since we got the Acu-Tech guys here. So you know what? So the pistol's out. You got the regular thing out, and then you were saying you guys are getting into doing some other stuff over at Acu-Tech.
So we're releasing the barrel assembly as well. So now you can, in a few months, we'll be able to produce and sell the barrel assembly. So if you want to retrofit your AK or you're doing your own AK build, we can sell you those parts. And then by the end of this year, the big goal is to have our own CNC receiver out.
A mill receiver.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, are you planning on adding some kind of twist on that, or?
You gotta talk to that again.
Oh.
Once I get into it, then start, looking around at what else is out there, and then I've got some ideas that I want to do with mine to make it more universal.
It would be cool to see something that's easier to switch stocks and put whatever kind of stock you want on there.
Well, that's exactly what I mean by universal. I'm pretty sure I can do it. It's just a matter of sitting down and drawing it up, and like I do with the barrel assembly, start drawing up parts, and they morph into the finished product. So that's kind of what I'm going to have to do with the mill receiver as well, is just sit down and start playing with it, and do some drawings and see where it goes. But yeah, I definitely want to be more universal to where you can use a typical AK or a side folder or an M4 stock and change those out very easily.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Let's get some. I know yesterday Walter and I were talking about SHOT Show. What other SHOT Show things out there did we not get to? I don't know, Walter, Mike. I know you didn't go to SHOT Show, Mike, but was there anything at SHOT Show that you saw you wanted to get into, or even you guys? Let's, Well,
there was Blackwater came out with the new 2011, and I wanted to actually read about it, but of course I couldn't find any information online about it because it was released at SHOT Show. So I'm thinking within the next week or two it'll be out. But just talking with a couple people, it's alloy versus steel, so I don't know how that will stand up in the competition world.
Yeah, so Blackwater, is that the Blackwater that were like contractors?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and they came out with a 2011 pistol.
Yes.
Okay, so you've seen it now. What did you think about it?
I only seen a picture of it, and it was black, so it wasn't like it was. I could see all the complete details of it. But,
I'm going to roll in something from the firearms blog here on it.
Yeah, so the 2011 is nothing more than a 1911 with a wider frame. and wider grip, so you can put a double stack magazine versus a single stack in it.
Right, and it looks like it's optic ready. The one that I'm looking at here looks like it's got it's pretty tacticalized and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. That's cool. Did you guys see that, Patrick?
I stopped by their booth and I got a hold of it. I mean, it's a wide 1911. I can imagine double stacked, right? It'll just be a little bit heavier, but I like the concept. That's cool. I mean, I'm a 1911 fan. Just, I like the platform. It's cool. So I don't know. I'm interested to shoot it. Holding it's one thing, but being able to get an actual grip and see how it feels when firing is another.
Yeah. Well, what would be so awesome about, like a modernized 1911?
I mean, the red dot optic in a double stack mag for me that's pretty cool.
Okay. All right. And you just like anything old school, right? I'm throwing up some pictures right now.
Guns are awesome. 1911s. Yeah, I like that.
Right. No, understood. Okay.
When we were at show, we got to go out. I got a buddy who works for the counterintelligence down there, so he took me to the range. I got to go shoot a grease gun and a Tommy gun, and shot a 50, some other stuff. It was fun. It was a good time. Just go, after the show was over, everybody else is going out and partying, and I was just going to shoot guns.
Okay. Here's a question from Elster's Rifles and Reloading. He says, so I'm checking out your stuff online, and I like the integrated pick rail on the front trunnion area, but have you thought of making that pick rail longer, more over the dust cover?
So our Picatinny rail is just screwed in, so you can actually pull that off, and we have a longer version you can put on. That's just what we sell it with, but we make a longer pick rail that you can put on there, so yes, it will come farther back over the dust cover. We left that on there because a lot of people were asking us, well, how do I line up my dust cover properly or get that on there? So it sells with the short one, and then you can just aftermarket a longer version of that.
Okay. Yeah, all right, let's see. And Big Dre 357 says 2011s aren't new. They've been around for a couple of years, just rare and expensive. So, yeah. I'm guessing, Mike, you're into that because it's like a competition pistol, basically.
Well, I just got my first 2011 back in June, July of 2019. And of course, when you're shooting competition, if you're into the scoring, 40 and limited in the limited division, 40 is going to be better for scoring versus a 9mm because they're going to grade the 9mm as minor versus the 40 as major. So regardless, you're chasing the 40 all day. So I went ahead and got STI.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. Did you see any of the stuff that came out from Walther? I see, they've got some custom shop Q5s out now. Did you see any of that stuff?
No.
Yeah. So let me see.
Well, I thought it was a Q4, but I didn't. I know the Q4.
Yeah, they did come out with a Q4. That's like a more concealable. That's like a not really a cut down because they're saying it's a whole different gun, but a smaller gun than the Q5. But they also came out with some custom. Well, actually, with some custom guns from customized versions of the Q5. I don't know if you had a chance to see that.
No, I didn't even see that one yet.
Yeah,
now, is it something like you special order, or is it already custom, whereas you go to the store and it's like various options?
Yeah, they've got the custom shop, and I guess you could get it from there. They're building special limited editions of them. So, go ahead. Who was that? Okay, I don't know. That was... Yeah, I think that was Dave. Dave pushed the wrong button over there and started something. I'm throwing up some of them on the screen right now if you want to see some customized versions.
That's seriously customized.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's seriously customized.
Yeah, some of these are really going to be expensive too, but
that's beyond the, that's not like you go out and do 3-gun with that or something, It's not,
why not? If you're rolling like that.
Strange. Those don't never see a 3-gun match.
Those aren't ever coming out of the safe?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're never going to see now, the planar ones, yeah. that's a possibility, but
Right.
all fully engraved ones, you ain't gonna see.
Yeah, no safe queens out there. Yeah, we don't believe in safe queens. Okay. Okay, who else? What stuff did the Acu-Tech guys see at SHOT Show that they thought, other than your stuff, obviously? What else did you see that you thought was cool?
I like Barnauls Arms. I like the new stuff he's doing over there. He's building a lighter frame. That was pretty cool. I do like his little bullpup pistol, but I carry a crazy Coloradoans that like to go hike all the time. That little Derringer he's got with a 410 on it's great for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did these guys just freeze up? I think you froze there. We didn't hear the last part.
The Barnauls Arms, his little bullpup. He created a lighter frame, and then he's got that Derringer, which is great. I love that. What else did we go check out? We kind of hung out in the basement most of the SHOT Show, so
that's where the good stuff is.
Right.
Oh, someone's asking me if I saw the Trump Desert Eagle. Let me see if I could get this up on the screen right now. I went and looked up at a picture of it. Trump Desert Eagle.
Palmetto State Armory, they came out with a new handgun that's based off of the Glock shape frame.
Yeah, it's called. I think it's called the PS9 Dagger. $299.
Gonna try to stick a dagger right in Glock's heart.
Yeah, I think so. $299 for the regular version, and with an optic and a threaded barrel, $350.
Wow.
So
did you actually hold it when you was out there?
Huh?
Did you actually hold it and play with it when you was out there?
Yeah. Walter did too. Yeah. What'd you think about it, Walt?
It was fine. I mean, it's a little less blocky, and the slide has different serrations and it's stylized. Glocks are pretty plain. Nobody can complain that they're pretty. Yeah. They're pretty. They have a very German feel. They're very like.
There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them being plain. They work. They do what they're supposed to do, right?
But they have no. One looks like another.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
No.
Aside when they get little or they get bigger, they kind of all look the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're all from the same family, so they look the same.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to the PSA gun, it has different serrations on the slide. The frame is rounded more in the back, so doesn't have that blocky feel as sometimes the Glock has. I think they won't be able to make enough of them. I think they'll sell it.
So what do they do? Just use the Glock? Just use the Glock like molding, and then just put Palmetto State Armory, parts on the inside? Or?
No,
it looks like they're building it from the ground up. I don't think they're using like someone else's frame or slide or anything like that. It looks like they're building it from the ground up. The trigger is definitely different. I know some people don't necessarily like the trigger, but looks like they're I mean, obviously there's lots of people chasing what Glock has going on, and then there's so many people out there that have variations of a Glock, right?
Striker fired guns.
Yeah.
So is that you can interchange Glock parts with it, or you think that's the reason why they went like that?
I'm gonna believe you probably could. You probably could.
I'm not gonna go that
far. I would say you probably will be able to change a couple of parts. I mean, I don't until we get one. We'll see.
Because they'll probably start selling slides too.
Yeah.
And frames set by themselves, and then you can make your own Lego. You can put them all together. Yeah. Yeah,
they're gonna sell everything separately. What do you guys think about? Like, when I was out there at SHOT Show, I noticed that PSA, they've already been in the AK game now for a little while here, but they are really kicking it up in the AK game. What do you guys think about that?
It's awesome. I like to see the platform expand. There's plenty of room for all of us, right? It's there's not a whole lot of AK manufacturers out there, so I thought it was actually pretty exciting to see. A AK coming out that's under $1,000 that looks like it's actually put together well. That's good. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Okay. All right. No Threat as another AK manufacturer. Do you think do you think about them and go, these bastards?
We're a little bit different than what they are, right? I mean, we've got the whole barrel assembly where they just kind of put it. They base it off of a previous AK. It's still great. I'm not complaining at all, but it's a standard AK, and it's under $1,000, and that's what the market needs, right? You're going to have your people that are buying, the cheapest 1911s, the mid-grade 1911s, and the super fancy 1911s. That's kind of where the AK world is. You got your base, military hacked up receiver, someone slapped it together in their kitchen. You're going to have your Palomino State Armories. You're going to have, we're not even the most expensive. What is it? M13 out there. I think their base price is $2,400 for an AK. That's not for everybody. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. There's some AKs that go over that.
Yeah. Is there one made out of a meteor?
Yeah.
Right.
What is the most expensive AK ever made? What's the most?
Do we have a meteor AK?
Yeah.
We should.
Gold plated like some side.
Build it.
Yeah, make it, Dave. Make it. You can do it.
Figure out my feeds and speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's pretty cool that, like I said, it looks I went over and played with it, the fit, the function, the way it racks, it feels good, it looks good, and it's exciting to see that you can get a decent AK for under $1,000, right? So, I'm not a fan of Century, but they do have.
Oh, he froze.
For the moment.
Yeah, that's weird. He said he's not a fan of Century and immediately froze. Oh. I don't know.
He's still over there pushing buttons, making things happen like that.
That's not me. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. We'll get them back here in a second. Hold on. Let me see if we lost them.
In the meantime, in the chat, real quick, the subject came up with 50 cal ammo, and somebody was saying that they get their ammo from Sportsman's Guide and another place. Sportsman's Guide won't ship 50 to floor anymore because they somehow think it has something to do with steel core pistol ammo.
Okay.
When I asked them why not, they sent me the Florida statute, and it has nothing to do with rifle ammo. It's all something that Sportsman's Guide got in their head. I don't know what it is. So.
Oh, okay. We're waiting for these. Go ahead, Mike. We're waiting for these guys to come.
Hey, Walter, how was the show turn out for you?
Oh, it was all right. It was good. We had a good. We always had good traffic in our space. As the show progresses like normal through the days, it slacks off. But I think we had a good show. We had a lot of people looking at my Glock lower for this tree bog. We had the laser set. We had a laser set up in our booth making these coins for the show, and it worked out all right. Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, look, they're back. They're back.
Stop talking about Century Arms and you stay on.
Yeah.
Say one thing and it's gone, man. It's gone.
Yeah, we lost you at Century Arms. Arms.
Boom, gone.
Yeah. What were you? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, how much do you think it would cost to reload a 50 cal bullet? Like right now, it costs me roughly about 4 or 5 cents to make a 40 round reloaded. Okay. So how much do you think it would cost to make a 50 round?
Probably if you have the brass already and everything.
Correct.
Way less than $1. I mean, you get the Projo's ball projectiles if you just use them like regular old military surplus projectiles, and you can get surplus powder too, by the way. Right. If you even get, I've never priced new powder, but I've always saw people using surplus powder. You could definitely come in under $1. But you got to have the $1,500 or the $1,000 press. Everything's on a bigger scale, so the equipment costs a lot more too. So,
right.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Patrick back. You were saying, Patrick, before.
Century Arms.
Yeah. Century. Here we go. Century could be hit or miss, right? Sometimes you get something good out of the box, sometimes you don't, right? And then so their price point, take your gamble, right?
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, I mean, for what Century's selling their guns for, you can get an all American made PSA gun probably, or for less.
Yeah, I think the competition is stepping up. I mean, I'd like to see what stuff this does in terms of quality and price and all that going forward. Go ahead, Walt.
I think gone are the days people are going to accept the crooked-sided Wasser. where you look down the thing and the sights are like this. There was a time when people took anything you give them, because they got an AK. Oh, but yeah, now they don't do that anymore. So.
What's going to be interesting and kind of what we ran into when we first started, we were doing an all-American AK, but the market, because of previous manufacturers, don't want American trunnions because did the Americans do it right? Are they going to explode? Are they going to crack right now? And we all know the Americans can manufacture good ones, but it's because of previous manufacturers that now the AK market is weary of that. So until they really prove that they can do it, I mean, maybe they've got a good enough following over there at PSA that they're just going to take off with it. But our first batch was all American, and the biggest complaint we got was, well, I don't know if I want an American trunnion. American trunnion this. So we ended up we went to the Romanian trunnion just because the market was afraid to use an American one.
That makes me want to scream. People say that. Okay, yes. You have to heat treat it right and pick the right materials, but we frickin' went to the moon and build rockets, and we can build a AK trunnion. The Russians, it's just like, are you so ignorant? You know, come on.
Did we really go to the moon, though? Did we really?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I don't think we went to the moon either.
All right, well. I'm gonna. Anyways, what else? But anyways, yeah, that whole concept that we can't. Okay, 747, right? You see the 747 fly through the skies?
Uh-huh.
That has shit on it that makes an AK trunnion look like kids play. Okay.
I got points on those.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, if Dave can do that, then he could definitely build AKs.
Yeah, I mean the Russians did it with no CNC stuff. Each operation to a different machine.
You don't have to go to fancy jets and rockets and all the satellites and all the awesome things America's building, man. There's something called the AR-15.
But an AR-15 trunnion is very simple compared to an AK trunnion. As far as the machining type stuff, they're broached and they're a couple some lathe work and boom, it's done. I
mean, in 1911, America made the 1911.
The 1911's nothing to make. Sorry.
Oh, that's easy too. You could just stamp those out, I guess.
No, very simple machining in 1911.
Yeah,
it's not an investment casting and stuff like that. Yeah, so.
Okay, what's America's version of the AK?
Well, I mean, in there isn't one.
What's the close? Okay, so America has never made a gun.
Well, the BAR
you think that approaches the AK?
Well, the AK is not. Okay, let's just say the trunnion has been made correctly, so it doesn't explode. Aside from that, the AK is pretty damn simple. A sheet metal AK is not. It's riveted together, which any farmer can sit in the machine and put the rivets in a fixture and go, yeah, good job, more vodka. Yeah. I mean, and that's why people say, oh, you welded an AK together. I welded quite a few AKs together, TIG weld them. Yeah. And they go like, oh, that's going to come apart.
Right.
So does an HK come apart?
Well, okay, so you're trying to say that the technical achievement that the Russians made with the AK is the trunnion?
No, I'm just saying that they. I mean, look at the MP-44 from the Germans, which you say that the Russians copied and all that bullshit. That is an anal retentive German machine. It has way too much weight. But the complexity of it shows how advanced they were in their stampings and their weldings and their castings when they were bombing the living bejesus out of them.
Yeah, they were still. Yeah, they was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Russians don't think that way. Look at their tanks. The Germans build all this fancy stuff, high-tech optics. The Russians build crap. You got to shift it with a hammer to get things to shift. Hit it with and just aim. But who won?
Yeah. So speaking of that, was it yesterday that was like 75 years since the liberation of Auschwitz? Was that?
That's what I saw on the interwebs. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? I mean, all that crazy stuff happened. The Germans came in there, put these people in concentration camps, did all kinds of things, and people still don't believe that anyone except the government should have guns.
Well,
isn't that weird?
and also remember, not only were the Jews persecuted, but a lot, even more non-Jews were killed than Jews. I guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Stalin, he killed 20 million of his own people. So hey,
shout out to John Crump. I see him out there. Listening.
The Russians didn't have any guns either, so
Mm-hmm.
to fight back with. So
yeah, Brian Quick says no one is really advancing the AK platform anything like the AR because the AK purists hold companies hostage like feminists. Ooh, those are no. He went there. He went there. Yeah, let's hear
the AR-15 is a Lego. So you can unbolt this and snap in another piece.
That's awesome.
This and snap in another piece. You can't unsnap that barrel extension out of an AK receiver and snap in another thing. You can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not the average person can't do it. So
there's a few things like Sharp's brothers. They released their milled AK, which takes your AR-15 style buttstocks. Right there's a few things that are starting to happen in the AK world because manufacturers are going, look, we can make this simpler, more fun, and cooler stuff attached to it. So I think at this point, like we talked to an AK purist when we were there, and he was like, I see why you guys did what you did. It's just not my cup of tea. And you know what? I'm just glad he said, cool, it's not for me, but I see why you did. High five, right? So I think that's kind of the direction it's going.
There's AR purists too, like that or AR snobs will say that they gotta have their Noveski and they gotta have their this and their that.
In everything, there's the snobs and there's pistol snobs. There's all of that.
They'll pay 3 times what a barrel's worth, so they says stamp Noveski on it. But they don't know. A lot of these people Noveski don't make their own barrels. You hearing that? They don't make their own.
Lots of people don't make their own stuff.
Most major manufacturers don't make their own parts. So, especially in the AR world, because they don't do forgings, they don't do they don't do it in house. They hire somebody else to do it, and they just put their cute little name on it, or their little horsey or whatever, and it's all of a sudden the rainbow comes out.
Yeah. John Crump is saying he says I disagree. Look at Rifle Dynamics with their adjustable gas blocks.
Right. There's a lot of different. It all depends on how much you want to pay.
I mean, Acu-Tech guys are making their what do you guys call it? A bowl barrel, I guess we could put it.
Seeing the barrel assembly.
Yeah.
There are different receivers. There are different barrel lengths. There's all kinds of things you can do to your AK. It's not as easy as the Lego gun, because you just can't do it at home. A lot of it. So.
Yeah. So another thing that I saw when I put up the video for the PSA guys and their AKs, someone said that he cannot stand the sight of a buffer tube and a stock on an AK. And I thought, you know what? That's a good thing. That's a good subject. That's a good subject. What do you guys feel about that?
I'm one of those folks that the two, it's like crossing the streams almost. I get why it's done because it's really convenient. And
I've done it. I've done it myself.
Nothing against the gearhead work stuff. Not at all.
I was gonna say kudos to the innovations of production.
Yeah.
It's once again, it's not my cup of tea. All right. If I had my choice, I'd have a milled receiver, with a freaking laminated stock from Poland, which they're beautiful, by the way. I like laminated stocks. I don't know. But
I'm just buying it and call it good.
But it's not for everybody, so I don't. I wouldn't say, hey, you got to have that. Some people want to have Magpul stuff. Great, go for the Magpul. I'm just like kind of old school in that respect. So.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what that guy said now. I remember when I first started messing around with AKs, I was putting all kinds of stuff on there. And now I'm kind of drifting in that direction of I want my AK to look like an AK. I do want it to be modernized, though. I want it to be modernized, but I still want it to be modernized along the AK timeline. You know what I mean?
You want your AK to kind of go like a normal girl,
Yeah. What do the Accu-Tech guys? What do you think about that? You want your AK stock to be traditional, buffer tube? What do you think?
To me, it's what you're, as the shooter, what you're comfortable with, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is use the platform the way that you need to use it, right? Some people have long arms, some people have skinny arms, some people want an adjustable stock, some people don't. So to me, it comes down to what's going to fit you and your shooting style, or what you're going to use it, right? If you're just having fun with it and you think, hey, I want a side folder because it's cool, have at it, right? With those old Romanian wire side folders, you can't get a cheek weld. You're inaccurate as hell, and
but they look cool.
Right.
It beats the living crap out of your shoulder.
Or the crappy underfolders. The under stocks are one of the most uncomfortable stocks in the world. But damn, they look cool when you build them right.
So when the hell is somebody going to upgrade the technology on the stocks of AKs?
But what?
I know we were chatting with.
I'm saying not by. Obviously, people are using the AR stocks, but when will someone modernize it along AK lines? Go ahead. Sorry, Patrick.
We were chatting with a manufacturer at SHOT Show about, hey, can we modernize a few things that they're making already for the AK stuff? But I mean, is it going to go to the, hey, can we ever make a wire side folder comfortable? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you make some kind of different folder? Can we do something? Can it come with cushioning?
Doesn't Magpul already do that, right?
Yeah. Can it have that? Walter, what's that? Is it the SM?
I just had an idea. I'll tell him when he gets done with his thought.
Yeah.
Here.
Is it the S? What is that? You have that gun that basically the paratroopers would jump out with it and they were shooting.
Oh,
and so
the
it has
FG-42.
FG-42. Yeah. Could we? It has that stock in the back.
Springs in the stock.
Yeah. How about that?
That's actually been done.
On an AK?
I believe the Romanians made a grenade launching stock that had springs in like a recoil pad in the back. That wouldn't be that hard to do, but as a manufacturer, I got to go, how many people are going to buy this?
Well, that's true.
Well,
you got to be practical.
And how much am I going to charge for it?
Yeah.
Let's see, the stock that you got on your AK, Hank, has a spring in it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I love.
I mean, honestly, I'll tell you, I want a more traditional AK stock on my Acu-Tech. You know that. I've been talking to you about that, Patrick.
Yeah. Speaking of AKs or Galils in the AK family, in the worldwide family, I hate the Galil side folding stock. To me, it's the most useless. Why? Because it unless you get a brand new stock, which usually in this market they're all takeoff stocks. They're usually all loose. They wiggle, and they're just not very. It's not very user friendly. So what I did, I found an original Galil wooden stock. Boom! The rainbow came out for me. It's the proper length. You get a good cheek feel on my sensitive skin.
Oh boy!
And it works great.
I got your sensitive skin right here.
Right here. Yeah.
John Crump wants to know who's going to Kalash Bash. And let's see. Dude Abide says Arsenal Sam 7SF is an awesome right side AK folding stock. So I'm not familiar with that one. Someone would have to.
I don't know if that's the solid like polymer side folding stock.
Yeah. And High Point DCG44 says High Point has springs in the stock. That's true. That is true.
I also got that annoying piece of rubber absorbing stuff in the thing that tears your skin off. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. So here's what I think, because I'm going to move on from this subject, talk about some other things. But here's what I think is the most amazing achievement addition to the AK. Okay? Dictator mode, gold plated, boom.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest to the Accu-Tech fellows that they come out with their receiver, their milled receiver, and send it down to WMD guns, which I have no connection with. And get them to make you a Saddam Hussein gun,
Yeah.
And
I could tell you this. I don't know if I should talk about this, but they've been doing one for the Big Daddy guys for a while, and they're still not. That is not easy to do.
Well,
gold plated.
Yeah, gold plating.
A lot of polishing.
Lots of work on that. There's a reason why only dictators have them.
because they got slaves. They got slaves.
Yeah, yeah, that's why that cost the big bucks. Someone's got to come up with a rattle can version of that, like. Come on. 3 rattle cans. Maybe you put on a base layer, then you put on like some kind of black enamel, then you spray it gold, and you got Dictator. Boom. Okay, when someone does that, just let me know.
I'm not going to associate anybody's name with that last thing. There are people who make gold paint, by the way.
Yeah, this company.
But I'm not going to suggest anybody because you made it like Dictator stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or rattle can, spray it on 3 layers and.
Yeah, what's wrong with rattle can in it?
Get a Cadillac emblem for the back stock and all that stuff.
It's easy to touch up, right?
Yeah, I mean, so hold on. So now here's the thing. So I saw this. I was trying to tell you guys about this, and I'm going to throw it up on the screen. I'm going to throw up my phone here. Okay, so Barnauls on Twitter. If you've got Twitter, you guys can go check this out yourselves. But I'm going to put it up here on the screen. They have this post here that says, lots of people coming out of SHOT Show talking about the grip knife being the most innovative thing that they saw on the show floor. What are your thoughts? So the grip knife, and I'm going to, let me see if I could go to this picture and zoom in for you guys. So just so you know, basically it is a vertical grip on an AR that goes on. Maybe I'm thinking it's M-lock or something like that. And there's a knife inside of the handle so you can hold on to it. And then in an extreme emergency, you got a knife right there ready for you. And people think that's... I responded to that, no. What do you guys...
I'm looking at their website.
Let me see.
No. Yeah, no.
I mean, just as a combat vet, my thought is, why wouldn't you just use the tool in front of you? You got muzzle strikes, butt strokes. Like, what do we need to pull it for, right?
You can put both hands on the on it and use it as a baseball bat.
Since I've never been in the military, this is the question I get asked: has everybody issued a bayonet?
Good question.
They don't do that no more.
Okay.
You get it. All right.
The last time, so like the last time I was deployed, they had bayonets in the arms room, and the first time I was deployed, when we first went out, they gave everybody one, but they didn't make us fix bayonets. It was just like supposed to be on your belt.
Utility. It's like a utility knife too, I would think, kind of.
Correct. And you can actually use that sheath and a knife, put it together, and you can cut barbed wire with it. But after that, it was more like, okay, that's just added weight and something we're not going to use because everybody had either a Gerber or some form of a pocket knife.
Right,
and then, of course, we had assault tools in the vehicles as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
that was just my unit, an infantry unit. So I can't speak for finance or chemical or
at the garage. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were out there, Patrick. What's your answer to that?
I mean, agreed with him. Being in the 82nd, we weren't carrying bayonets. They issued us. I had a Benchmade with a fixed blade that I could pull out. I had a pocket knife. We weren't lugging around bayonets. Our always taught, get back to your tools, create separation, use your rifle as a weapon if you need to, muzzle checks, butt strokes, create separation and use something deadly, right? Instead of trying to wrestle with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So here, let me see. I think I found. I don't know if I'll be able to put this up on the screen, but I did find the website for these guys, the grip knife guys. So you can take a look at that. Look, I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm not saying it's a terrible thing, but seriously, I don't see it as being the most innovative thing at SHOT Show. But it does bring up the question: what was the most innovative thing that people saw at SHOT Show? If not, otherwise it's going to be that if we can't come up.
Glock last year, right?
Oh, folding Glock? You're saying folding Glock? Oh.
No, I'm saying for last year.
Oh,
that
last
was
year.
The most innovative for SHOT Show.
Oh, you think so? You're with the last year. You thought that was pretty cool, right?
It was different. It was different, something new.
Okay. All right.
This year, I didn't see anything that came across my feed or anything anybody put up that was a standout moment where he's like, "Oh wow, let me go research this, or let me see what this is about." Or if it was something like that, I would have texted you and was like, "Hey man, hey look this up, or go check this out and tell me what you think." You know, but I didn't see anything. So
yeah, okay. Walter, what was the most? What do you think? I'm searching my brain also. If we can't come up with something more innovative, then we're gonna have to give it to the grip knife. I'm gonna have to. Kathleen Music Lover says the Largo Alien Pistol. Huh.
$5,000?
I don't know. What was the big deal about the alien pistol? I did try to look at that video earlier that I think TFB or one of those guys did, but I didn't really get that far.
I think somebody else told me that's like the 5,000s for the first one, or it's limited or something like that. Then it's going to be, maybe it was 2,500, but still, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. What did you see that was innovative?
I guess the Ruger 5.7 is not innovative because the 5.7 pistol. I mean, I touched that.
We already, yeah.
I saw a lot of the Palmetto State. Which one is their upper? That's the whole gun that's piston driven.
Yeah, the Jekyll.
The Jekyll, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not new. I mean,
the concept's not new. No.
Yeah.
I hate to give it to a pocket knife, but or to a. And not only a knife, but a knife with a blade only yay long. I mean,
yeah. Oh, the grip knife looks like it's winning this argument.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
What do you think, Patrick?
Do you guys remember the grip pod? Did you guys ever see the grip pod being used overseas?
Grip pod.
The grip pod, where you push a button and two little legs pop out.
Okay, yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's an Israeli thing, isn't it?
No, that was designed here.
Huh.
I used to work for the guy that, anyways.
Okay. All right.
That's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, the grip pod, they sold a lot of them to the military, and then that fad went away in the military, and I don't know. I didn't think anything was like earth shattering. I was like, oh my god, check that out. Yeah. Speaking of the concealed carry, Mike, I ordered one at the show. They have a full conceal. The full conceal has a completely full conceal gun now. It's all with their own upper and their own lower. Mm-hmm. So it was like $450, and I pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it smooth?
Oh, the trigger?
Yeah. Well, for you to actually say that, it had to have been something that stood out for you to say.
Well,
okay.
I like once again, it's well made. I consider it well made because there's all kinds of hinges and things. It folds up. I think it's more a conceal thing than it is. You're not going to use it as a target gun, And to be honest with you, I've been thinking about this whole trigger thing. In reality, I mean, I've never had to use one against someone or something in a hurry. But are you really going to worry about resetting stuff when the shit hits the fan?
Yeah, it's all about.
No. It's about killing the thing coming towards you, right?
Exactly.
You're not going to remember any of that stuff. It's gonna. I mean, I remember like doing hunting stuff. Something comes charging at you, you just want to go pow 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 pow. Woo, that was, I mean, literally. I mean, if you remember to turn the safety off, by the way.
Right. I
had a hog run by me one time in the woods, and I go like the safety was on. And I in that heat of, you forgot to turn the safety off. It was a bolt action rifle, so it was a little more involved than a modern sporting rifle. But anyways, yeah. So, but innovative. It's like, I didn't see anything that was like, oh my god, check.
Yeah, Len Holt says, you mean the G44 wasn't innovative?
I can tell you. Tell me if y'all seen this out of the SHOT Show. The lady that was driving around with the bar stool as the little scooter going around the SHOT Show floor.
I didn't see that. No. I saw someone driving a dog around in a little electric Jeep. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that last year.
Okay.
Some cool patches at the SHOT Show.
Yeah. Here, let me throw this up for consideration while I'm going to come to the Accu-Tech guys here. I'm going to throw this up for consideration. Boom. Bug Assault was at SHOT Show. And I saw them in the new products.
They were set up at the SHOT Show?
They were. I couldn't find their booth, but I hear they did have a booth. But I saw them in the new products wing, Walter, in the new products room or whatever you want to call it. So Bug Assault was there, so I'm going to go with that. What are you thinking about?
It's not like new, but Dylan Arrow had set up a 338 Lapua minigun, or a 338 Lapua Gatling gun, they called it.
Oh.
So
okay.
338 Magnum.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Hank? I actually have one of those.
Oh, you do?
You have a Bug Assault?
Yeah.
Nothing again. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's like, go ahead and shoot me in the arm. You can't hurt that bad. Yeah, it hurt.
I've got one right here. Look.
No, I'm not making fun of it anyways for being what it is. But at the SHOT Show, really?
Yeah, it was at SHOT Show. I just threw up the picture.
I mean, isn't this supposed to be shooting, hunting, outdoor, blah blah blah?
Yes.
Flies
are outdoors.
Are flies considered a fair game now? Like
you could hunt flies
game or something, you know?
Yeah. You never heard of the Lord of the Flies?
Look at this African bullfly I killed.
Yeah.
The wife gets pretty pissed, so makes a mess.
Yeah. So let's see. No one can come up with the most innovative. Okay, here. I'm going to show you guys another really innovative thing that I saw at SHOT Show. Boom. Right there. Check this out. Check this out right here. I'm going to blow this up so everyone can see. This was my buddy Ryan. We were just talking about Barnauls and that post. If you're looking at this, this is the longest cigar I've ever seen.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah, and Ryan was out there. That's pretty innovative. I think that's innovative.
Oh, that is scary.
How he smoked this long schlong of a cigar, I don't know. How he managed.
That thing is not. That picture's not doing it justice. You got to have a side view of that thing. It's
He wasn't the most innovative thing, but I got choked out by Chuck Norris at SHOT Show, so that was.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's cool.
You did. You actually went up and shook hands?
Yeah, it's on our Instagram, but I've got.
How long did you have to wait?
I was like, yeah, I could do that. So
I'll put you out right here.
Yeah.
How long did it take?
Well, I mean, he didn't let me go all the way, but I was starting to see stars, so that was good.
I'm trying to look on your Instagram and see that. I don't see it.
No, but I mean, you had to wait in line, right?
Yeah.
So how long did it take from the time you got in the line to the time you actually?
I think about an hour.
Okay, because there were people camping out there to be in the front first thing in the morning. The one time I walked by.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to find that. I do see Crispy. Looks like Crispy got an Acu-Tech.
Yeah, Crispy's got an Acu-Tech. Go to my page, Hank. It's on my page.
It's on your page? Okay.
Flying Rich has challenged you. He says, Hank, $10 if you shoot your arm with salt.
No.
Oh, come on, Hank.
I'll give you $20, Hank, if you shoot Rich's arm with the salt.
Okay, I might do that. We might be able to make that happen. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking through your thing. Okay, let's see. What is the deal with? Everyone was sitting on this throne at SHOT Show. Oh. What is the deal with this throne thing that you were sitting on? Where was that, Patrick?
It was downstairs by the Gearhead Works booth. I think that was that second monkey or monkey second, something like that. They just sell like firearms, like shot glasses with a bullet stuck in it, and stuff like that. But they had this. I don't know. It was just all.
Oh, okay. I see the pictures with Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. I see.
People that made that thing you gave me, the 30 millimeter.
I can tell you right now, Patrick. You could take Chuck Norris, man. You could take him. Chuck Norris today. Huh? No, I'm sure Chuck could still pack a punch. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say, what about did you go see Argo J's rifle that came out?
Yes, I did actually.
Bravo Oscar, I think that was the name of it.
Yep, there's a video that's up on my YouTube channel about it. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
That could be the most innovative product that came out of SHOT Show.
Now, hold on. That's definitely stretching. It was a
I mean, if we're talking about a knife compared to an AR-15, I'll give it to Argo on that one.
Sure, I understand. For the culture.
I mean, if you wanna, is my Glock lower for the street bog innovative?
I think that was innovative. Listen, I'm not trying to come down on those guys with that knife thing. That's a recipe for disaster. Imagine you take that off, you're like holding on to your thing. You take that off, you try to go put it back on without looking or something. Yeah. Yeah, that could go bad. But, I personally wouldn't do it. I did see that thing, though, in the new products booth. So,
I don't know. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
New products this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was new. I mean, maybe, okay, you know what? We got to give it to the grip knife. I'm sorry.
I refuse.
Yeah, if you can't come up with something, we're giving it to the grip. No, the grip knife is going to get it. The grip knife wins.
Bravo, Oscar.
Mine's better than that.
Bravo, Oscar.
The grip knife is going to be the winner. Unless you call your adapter, Walter. If you call your adapter,
bribery will be involved with this.
If you concede to calling your adapter the Hank adapter, then I'll say that's very innovative.
Only if you give Richard about 100 rounds of salt. That's what.
Oh, we could salt Richard for sure. That could happen. Dude Abides was sending me this picture. Let me see if I could throw this up here. Dude Abides is sending pictures of his side folder.
Oh, Lola's in the house now too.
Yeah. Oh, Lola's in here. Oh, we better
she just posted to the chat.
Go back to our best behavior.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Lola threw up a link to the bug assault. If anyone wants to get one of those bug assaults, I'll tell her to go put it in the description. So, I jacked this one personally. I'm just saying. This is a spoils of what do you guys call it when you pick up something? Spoils of war?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Okay, technically.
Not officially, anyways.
Yeah, technically. I thought someone here did have one of those Dictator AKs at some point.
Well, they've been made here, and
yeah,
they might have been brought. I think was one brought back. I'm sure one's been brought back officially.
Yeah, or wasn't Patrick? Weren't you telling us that you found a Dictator AK and then they took it from you?
I've got pictures of them when we got into the Saddam's palaces in 2003. So, but the FBI has that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I heard a story about one of the agencies had them on display inside.
Yeah. Also, someone said that the Cal-Tec Sub 2000 integrally suppressed was innovative. I mean, we already had a Sub 2000. They just slapped
Put a can on it.
Yeah, they put a can on it. So
I mean, I saw when I saw the Sub 2000, it's pretty cool. Put a can on it. It's like, well.
Yeah, it's cool, but I don't know if it's innovative because they already did the Sub 2000 and that's innovative. So I don't know. There is that tab in there. I'm gonna try to get one of those and test it and see whether or not. That's what I worry about. There's a tab in there that's supposed to hold it all together. We'll see whether or not that turns out.
Jake Delahome asked if there was any Mandalorian rifles that shot. I did not see any.
No, you didn't. Mandalorian rifles. No, not that looked like there was some rifles that were painted to look like the Mandalorian rifle.
I've got a plan for a Mandalorian rifle. I just got to follow through on it. So
I'm trying to look through and see. Let's see. Did I see anything else innovative? Oh, here's something. Let me see. You guys tell me if this is innovative. I'm gonna throw this up. This is a wobbly bipod.
Wobbly.
This I think might get the award of being innovative.
Wobbly.
The wobbly.
Wobbly.
I don't know what it's called. It's from. Let's see. What's the name on this company here? Swagger the bipod. Do you see that? Swagger the bipod. So this is a bipod that can let me hit play again.
Has a swagger as it walks?
Yeah, it can move around. You can move it around pretty free there like that. What do you guys think? Is that innovative? I thought, maybe.
What the heck? That
might be more innovative than a frickin' grip knife. Because knives exist, grips exist. A knife in the grip, not that much of a jump, I don't think. But
and
this
a rock and roll bipod.
Yeah, it's called the Swagger. Let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can look up the Swagger bipod on Google here, because we gotta. If you guys don't want to give it to the grip knife,
No. So I'm gonna still give it to
Argo
Bravo Oscar, the Bravo Oscar.
oh wow.
It's going to take a lot for him to change his mind.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Listen. So Argo's rifle is cool because he's, the funds from that is going to, it's going towards a documentary. So yeah, for sure, I think that's cool. But
and my plans for the Mandalorian rifle is a functioning Mandalorian rifle, by the way, not just one that looks like one.
Oh, so. Functioning. Is it actually going to blow up? What are those things called?
Well, the little Jawas.
Yeah, Jawas. Is it going to?
Oh, I'd have so much fun shooting those little bastards. Yeah. The ones you never see. Anything you see is the red eyes. Yeah, oh, Tootie.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a round that might do that, but I'd have to make the round too. So.
Yeah, you'd also have to make the Jawas.
Well, that could go. I'd have to talk to some the
go
Japanese.
go ahead, Mike.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You'd have to create the Jawas too, I think. Oh wait, hold on. I put Mike up here for some reason. Okay, Walter. We'll put Walter up there.
Oh, what'd I do?
Yeah. No.
In this space. Oh, three-way.
Yeah. All right.
You can imagine you park your car out in the desert and you come up and there's a whole shipload of people taking it apart. Man, you got to do something.
Well, first of all, let me explain something to you about the Mandalorian. It makes no sense to me.
What's that?
You have a badass spaceship that can fly through the space.
Yep.
Okay. It goes into space. It goes light speed.
Okay.
Okay. All of that kind of stuff. All right. You set it down. There's no freaking alarm on it.
Yeah, but you're
that doesn't make any kind of sense.
You might be 10 clicks away or 5 miles away from the alarm. It don't make no difference.
Something.
You think those little bastards will steal your alarm?
But I don't know. That just doesn't make that does not make sense to me that there was no alarm system for whatever that Mandalorian spaceship is.
Well, you'd think you'd have maybe some kind of shock and force field thing you put up around your spaceship.
Or how about this? Simple. Let's simplify it. You walk your butt out of your ship, you press a little thing like doot doot, and then your ship takes back off into space.
Oh, and hovers up just above where the little bastards can't get to it.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
well, you got to remember that one scene where they said ship was outdated and it couldn't be tracked or something like that.
Oh.
You remember when he was going to break that other guy out of jail, but he didn't know what.
Oh, okay.
No, I am sorry. That is Deus. That is Deus Ex Machina. Do you know what that means? Deus Ex Machina.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
It means God outside of the machine. It means basically the person writing that episode was like, oh, it would be funny if these Jawas, jack up a spaceship. Because come on, a spaceship can't be like that.
So the Mandalorian's cruising around in a '65 Mustang, then, right? Well, man, I'm bad. It's out of date. It has no tracking. It has no, like that old school. That's cool.
Yeah. So did you guys hear about the C8 Corvette that had the wheel stolen?
Yeah. No. Where'd that happen?
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Are they actually still? There's no production of that yet, is there? I mean, they haven't actually started shipping.
Yeah, but so here's what. Let me see. This was in Car and Driver. I'm gonna throw it up here just so people will not believe me. I will throw this up so you can see this. Okay. Yikes! Someone stole the wheels off this C8 Corvette. This poor thing is resting on cinder blocks on a street in Detroit. So here's the picture. Here's the picture of it up on blocks. So they were out, they're driving these around, testing them.
Right. Yeah.
And they drove it to Detroit. They didn't have the power to have it levitate into the sky. or put any kind of protection on it. Some Jawas came along, took all 4 wheels. All 4 wheels.
Jawas. So is that a new gang in Detroit? I haven't heard of that one yet. The Jawas.
It has to be. No, that's real. That is for reals. That is for realsies.
Okay. You're in charge of driving around this car. It's like a prototype, right?
Yeah.
A pre-production car, right? You're just going to park it on the side of the road and let some...
In Detroit. I'm pretty sure Eminem came right up to it and stole the wheels. As soon as they walked away, Eminem came up there and was like, "Oh, I'm getting these wheels."
Now, my question is, are those wheels unique to that car? And the design and everything. So
I didn't know we were still doing that. I didn't know in 2020 we're still jacking wheels.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't aware.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
So what happened to the wheel locks?
Well, that's my question. You got this, $80,000 car or $90,000 car,
Yeah,
and it don't got wheel locks?
I don't understand.
Or
Huh?
yeah, well, there's
Those
the
are
alarm,
optional.
like Hank said. Where's the
Optional.
alarm, you know?
Yeah. So it says
Well,
looking
they
for a
tell you-
set of Corvette C8 wheels and tires at a steep discount. Check Craigslist in Detroit because we can verify that there's a set missing from this black 2020 Chevy Corvette C8 that someone spotted on the street in West Village. The poor mid-engine Corvette is now sitting on cinder blocks with its rear end resting on the ground, so it's likely the criminals inflicted some damage in the process of swiping the wheels. Come on.
Do you think the perps, we'll use that term, perp Jawas, knew that it was a C8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it, because they would have stole that whole car if they knew it was a C8.
I don't understand what happened there. Yeah.
Let me tell you what took place when I was stationed at Fort Benning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in the military, there's a lot of people balling on budgets, so they try to floss like they make more money than they.
I'm just laughing. Right.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
this guy, he had a Cadillac.
Thank you.
He was doing the rent-to-own rims, and they came on post and repossessed the rims.
That is so cold.
took-
How'd they
they
get on the
took the time-
base?
Like
they
you
talk
can get
to
on
the
Facebook,
commander,
just a
man.
driver's license, and then if you got a business, you just show your paperwork that you're going for whatever your business is, and then you just go do it and you leave.
And that person that owes that company money can get hell for that shit too.
Well, not really,
I
because
thought you
they're-
could lose rank or something if you're.
Nah, now if it's a serious matter, and let's say serious matter is anything over like $2,000,
Oh, okay.
but technically it's illegal for a company to call your commander to say you owe them money, so because like, does anybody call your job and say, hey, this guy owes me money, But
that's why call screening is in existence.
But yeah, they
And you just go, no, he no here. I don't know what we're talking about.
He know here. No, he know here.
Yeah, they straight up took the rims off that Cadillac, and I got a picture, but it's somewhere. I know I got it on my Facebook page.
That's cold-hearted. That's cold-hearted, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. Clint Sanders says it's pretty easy to get wheel locks off without the key if you want to. And then just to prove that we have some criminals that tune into this show. By the way, all criminals smash the thumbs ups right now. Len Holt says you can get a can of air, turn it upside down on those locks, get a coat hanger, and jiggle the locks. Voila. They come off. I didn't even know that. We're going to have to do that. We'll have to try that, Walter.
Yeah, I guess. I know I got a lot of things to do before I start stealing stuff. But...
Yeah, and Brick says that C8 may have OnStar.
Well, what I was saying was, are the design of those C8 wheels a new design for the wheel itself, shape or color or whatever? It might be a little hard to sell.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's just. Can you imagine the guy who was driving that around and then he had to call back to his boss and explain, sir. Yeah, that sucks. So I don't know.
Yeah,
How do we get into that? Oh, we were talking about Mandalorian. Okay, so did we find anything innovative? Did anyone look up? I think the jiggle bipod.
Swag pod.
The swag pod. I think the swag pod gets.
I want to see that thing on a 50 cal.
Yeah. Now here's something. Here's something. I saw this guy walking around, and it's his product. So he gave me this to test it out. Okay, and I actually got a couple of these. Maybe I'll give them away when we hit 500th episode or something. but it's called the Universal Mag Carrier, and it's from Pitbull Tactical. I'm going to show it here to you guys. It's not in the box right now. I have it outside the box. I'll show you here in a second, but I'm showing off the box. Universal Mag Carrier. There you go. So this basically can go inside the waistband or outside the waistband. All right. And here's what it is. So basically looks like this. Okay. Polymer. Right. This one is green and green. And so you take your magazine like that, put it in. Just automatically sizes itself to your magazine. And then you can clip it inside or outside your pants. So I'm going to try this out. What do you guys think about that? What do you think?
You said a mag loader?
No, a mag carrier. So this will clip this.
Sorry.
So like for example, this is my backup mag for my Glock 43, right? With the extendo plate on it. So you could put that in there, and then you could clip it on your belt, or your jeans, or your skinny jeans, or if you don't wear a belt or what have you. And that's from Pitbull Tactical. I'll try that out and see how that is. What do you guys think about that? Is that innovative? I think I saw something like this for handguns before. That's like a universal handgun holster. I don't know if anyone else has seen that. Have you seen that, Mike, or any one of you guys out there? No?
Not me.
Okay. All right, so there's something that's different. That's more handy than a grip knife, I think, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got kind of a Mandalorian look to it right there. Look at that. The lines on it, man. It's got some angles and
yeah. So the thing is that you could put different size magazines in there, because you see how it here. Let me show you sideways. See, it stretches to fit the width of the magazine that goes in there. So you could just put, and then you can hold your magazine in, and then you clip it on. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Listen, walking around SHOT Show, there's always people that, you always run into people. And I'm not coming down on those people at all. You got to hustle, man. This is, the gun world is for hustlers.
It's called suitcasing.
Yeah, people suitcase, and you sometimes you come across some cool things.
They're not annoying.
Yeah. Did you ever have to suitcase at SHOT Show, Walter? No?
You may tell you my first SHOT Show time?
Yeah, you never walked around with like a big trench coat and then you take out a 50 from the trench coat?
Yeah. No. First time I went, I said I figured out about the SHOT Show and I said I need to go. I made a phone call, boom, had a booth. Mm-hmm. Now you can't do that now because there's no space like that. But that's how it happened.
Yeah.
That was in 2003. By the way, too.
Yeah. Brick says I use no mag carrier in my pocket, or Florida Gun says, does it take Glock mags? Lenhold says beats the knife. Flying Ridge says brilliant.
Does the assault rifle have a magazine? I'm just kidding.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. But that might also work for knives and stuff like that. Hold on a second. Let me see. So someone sent me this knife here. Here's see that AK bayonet style knife. Let's see. We could probably. It fits in there. What?
Oh, which one? Of course, I can't see it because you're showing the camera. But
so.
Okay.
Looks like you can use it for different things. Okay, well, no, it doesn't come out so easy. Yeah, it catches. Okay, it's not for knives. Not for knives. Not for knives. We just did a little test here. This is why. This is why we do this. I think it works better on magazines. By the way, yesterday I was showing that someone sent us 500 rounds, and I couldn't figure out who it was. Someone sent us 500 rounds of 9mm Blazer stuff that we're going to give away when we hit the 500th episode next week. Luis Valdez.
Oh.
So that's who it was. So shout out to Luis Valdez. Thank you very much. By the way, there's 2 Luis Valdezes, if that's correct. Or Valdesi. I don't know how
in the chat?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's our friend Luis Valdez that he's a writer and he's in Tallahassee, and he writes sometimes for the Truth About Guns. And then there's the other. We're gonna have to come up with a nickname, since there's two of them. We're gonna have to come up with a nickname for the Luis Valdez that sent us this ammo. And what happened is he won some stuff from us over last December when we were giving away stuff every single day, and then he wanted to help out to like pay it forward, so to speak. So he said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you guys 500 rounds, so you can give away." So no, it's not the coffee guy DCG 444S. It's not that Luis Valdez. That's a different Luis Valdez. But yeah, we got to come up with a nickname for him. Maybe we'll call him Luis 500 Rounds Valdez or something like that. But thank you to him. Yesterday, I was kind of like totally confused as who the hell sent that.
No, really?
Yeah.
You're confused? Never.
It happens. It happens from time to time.
I know.
So there you go. Okay. Let's see what else we're getting into. We got like 15 minutes. So what else? Other SHOT Show stuff?
Well, about news today. About an earthquake off of Cuba and
Jamaica. Yeah. 7.
Yeah.
What was it? 7?
7
on the Richter scale. Man.
Building shook in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Caribbean, man, is getting
rock and roll.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the Caribbean, man.
Yeah.
You know.
What else?
Yeah, the impeachment is still going on. I don't know if anyone cares. I don't know if I care.
Who's tired of the SHOT Show in Las Vegas? Tired of it being there.
Oh, in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think they should travel around with it. Take it down to Florida.
They used to do that, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Used to go it was going for a while between Vegas and Orlando. And then somebody at the National Security Force Foundation must have got they got a really good offer they couldn't pass up, I guess. Whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
A suite at the Venetian.
more hookers and cocaine for the old guys.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
I don't know, but anyways, yeah, I'm kind of over Las Vegas. I don't know. It's just.
I'm not a big fan of, like, if I was to go to SHOT Show this year, I think I would have probably only went for 3 days, and it would have either been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Considering that Saturday they don't even do a show, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you guys think would be a better place? Sound off on where people think would be a better place to do SHOT Show.
Well, space-wise, New Orleans is a huge, ginormous convention center.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the SHOT Show the last time it was in New Orleans. The very first time I went.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of this monkey business where you have all these different halls and rooms and all this stuff, at that time it was just one big room,
Mm-hmm.
So, but the SHOT Show people the people in New Orleans were suing the gun industry at the time, and I guess they pissed off all the NSSF people. And they
what were they suing them for?
That was back when these cities were suing them, trying to get, because they were saying the crime in their cities was caused by the firearms.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It got thrown out of court in the end. But they treated them so poorly, I guess, that they never wanted to go back there again. So, there's, I don't know. It's a big show. It takes a big venue. But,
By the way, I'm rolling in footage while we're talking here of the Accu-Tech barrel assembly. This video right here is from NRAM 2019, but also there's another video on there of us shooting the gun. You're not going to find this stuff on YouTube because YouTube was not very happy about it being up there. So if anyone's looking for this, you can find it on Gunstreamer. I think Lola threw some stuff up on Full 30 as well for anyone who's interested. So just throwing that out there.
What about you, Mike? What are you going to do this year? What are your goals?
My goal is I'm planning on making a movie, so I'm starting that right now, and it's called Journey to A Class, and it's just going to document my journey through USPSA, trying to get the A Class rating. So I just made B Class 2 weeks ago, so I'm hoping I can do it within 6 months, but I want to get all the footage I can, document it, and make that happen.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should give away your Q5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That is
Look how he offers to give away your gun.
exactly.
You should give away your gun. Yeah,
to help get that done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I know.
Yeah.
Always helpful. He's always helpful. Come on.
Yeah. Lots of different laws getting thrown around there. Let's take some time out here. I know there's still bills and laws coming. Florida, I don't know if anyone saw this. Florida Republicans introduced bills to grant themselves a CCW prohibition exemption.
What?
Yeah. So Florida state Republicans, under authority of Bloomberg Finance Senate President Bill Galvano, Republican, have already voted once for a universal background check bill, SB 7028, which we told you guys about. It appears that there's now a coordinated effort in both the House and Senate to pass another gun-related bill, House Bill 183, introduced by Rep. Mel Ponder, Republican. And Bill 1524, introduced by Senator George Gaynor, Republican, are both titled Prohibited Places for Weapons and Firearms. Coincidentally, both bills grant an exemption to, so in other words, they're trying to make more prohibited places for people carrying firearms in Florida, but they're granting exemptions to themselves as lawmakers.
They might need it after all this.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, one thing it did happen here locally, and I couldn't believe it when I saw it in the mail. They used to do it all the time. The NRA used to send out these like alert little cards, postcards saying, "Hey, this guy's trying to screw you," and you're a legislative person. And I haven't seen those in years from the NRA. And all of a sudden, boom, one shows up. I'm like, "Holy cow! Wow, look at that!" Isn't that what they're supposed to be doing?
Yeah. Sure, absolutely. I totally agree with you. So you're saying they're trying to get back. Yeah. So, and then here's another piece of news, which I think I heard about before we went away, but I'll throw this up here anyway. Join us. West Virginia governor urges pro-gun, pro-Trump Virginia counties. So in other words, West Virginia is trying to get the pro-gun counties in Virginia to secede from Virginia and join West Virginia. This is a thing. The governor of West Virginia, in a stunning move that echoes the Civil War-era creation of his state, on Tuesday invited Virginia counties upset with Richmond's liberal anti-gun turn to shift borders and join his state. If you out there, no matter where you be, Virginia or wherever you may be as an individual or business or whatever, West Virginia is waiting for you with open arms, says Governor Jim Justice.
That's most of the state.
Yeah,
that's a lot of the state.
Yeah, West Virginia will become Virginia, and then what are we going to have? Like South Virginia? I don't know. So,
West Virginia.
Yeah, our state supports personal freedom, and we value the Second Amendment and the rights of the unborn. Come join us. You will never regret it. He had it at a press conference in Martinsburg, West Virginia, 13 miles from the border with a Virginia county where some officials are open to joining West Virginia. So,
okay, is there anybody here from West Virginia? I'm gonna
wait before you start talking. Patrick looks like he could be. But he's from Colorado.
There's a joke about West Virginia, though. The family trees go like a telephone pole.
I thought that was Alabama.
Oh, they have one.
I'm so staying away from this.
So I was just going to say it's going to increase the gene pool in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry, guys.
Well, listen, I mean, do you think this could actually happen, that people in Virginia could secede, or all these counties go over to West Virginia, and then maybe Virginia becomes southern New York or something?
Are the taxes cheaper
or or eastern California? Huh?
Taxes cheaper in West Virginia?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I know there's lots of people and companies been moving to West Virginia over the last,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what we could all do, because I think that every state is under attack right now. Okay, you guys are in Colorado. Is Colorado safe?
Well,
I mean, Colorado has turned into California too. I mean, our governor is pretty much just doing whatever he wanted. He just enacted the red flag laws without even letting us vote about it. They just did it. I mean, they're just going to start taking things, because what they've figured out is that since they control our state right now, that they don't even have to let the people vote for it. They can just, hey, while you guys were sleeping last night, we made a new law. Here it is. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Joseph Anthony said that's old news, but it's awesome. And he said he heard it's not likely, but it would be glorious. Just take back Virginia, people. You know, pay attention and vote. Very important. You know, we need to take back all these states. I think we got to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Complacent?
Yeah.
I think we got too complacent.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd say it, but you need to pull out the external money influence. Because it's all about who's all these people that are buying the other people. These politicians, they don't care.
Yeah, Bloomberg, I heard Bloomberg is pumping like $60 million into supporting anti-gun Democrats.
Yeah, I mean,
out there.
That and a really nice little term limit would fix a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Somebody puts up. Oh,
what?
Oh, yeah.
What happened? What?
No, Mike posted a picture of that Cadillac sitting on old tires.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Is this in...
Can you imagine that? You everybody thinks, oh, man, he's like...
Oh, that was a nice Cadillac, too. I don't know how I could share this with everyone else. Actually, text that to me, Mike. Text that to me.
Okay.
Yeah, text that to me if you can, and then I'll share, because everyone wants to see. That looks like a presidential limo. When you said Cadillac, I was thinking like, you know, like one of the old school Cadillacs.
When, was it Obama when he was out on one of his trips and his limousine / tank got stuck on it bottomed out and got stuck?
No.
Yeah, because they didn't anticipate this drop, and it went poop, and there it was.
And it was like seesawing on.
It like went aground like a ship.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to look this up. We're gonna have to look that up and
I can't remember which president it was. It was recently though. So.
Yeah. So Flying Rich says, why would voting Republican in VA make a difference when the Florida Republicans are selling us down the river? Yeah, it's more than voting. You have to pay attention to these guys and keep them on the straight and narrow. So,
and
yeah,
the money.
Yeah, lots of money getting pumped in. Let me know when you sent that, so I can share that with the folks out there, Mike.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
That was a nice Cadillac to be.
But, I mean, like you said, your friends all think that you're like balling, right? And then they come and repossess your wheels. When you got to go to the junkyard and get yourself some regular steel wheels to put on it, you know? Like,
yeah. What the hell did what did that guy do after that?
Actually, he ended up catching a ride home because he lived in the same apartment complex.
Oh man!
But he was one of those guys that was walking around and boasting about being this, being that, and being in the military. You shouldn't be broke, and he just didn't understand. Like he doesn't know what other people go through. You know.
Oh.
Right.
So,
Walter, you're not lying. This is a thing. Okay, while I'm waiting for you to text that, I'm going to throw this up about the presidential limo. It says, on a routine visit to the Irish capital of Dublin, the president's Cadillac limo got high-centered as it exited the U.S. Embassy compound, causing embarrassment for the Paddies and bringing
very dangerous, by the way, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Because he's just sitting there.
Yeah. Target.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So look at that. That happened for realsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
No.
All right, it's sent, Hank.
Okay, you sent it. Okay, as soon as that comes through here, I'll share that with the. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on.
So from one Cadillac to.
Yeah, now let's go. Let's go check this out. So here we go. Boom! And then they put tires underneath.
Oh, well, you know,
they saved the paint job. They saved the paint job.
Wow, that's a nice. I can't believe it. Yeah, that's what was that? A Cadillac what?
I'm not certain what make it was.
Yeah. I
or what
mean,
model it was.
was this guy a general or what's going on here?
No, he was a E6.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was an E6.
I don't really know. I don't really know what
That's
that
so
all
funny.
means, but yeah, that, whatever happened to that guy?
I'm not certain because right after that happened, shortly after that, I ended up going to Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Man. Yeah.
That's embarrassing as hell.
Yeah, that is,
At your workplace, they
Yeah,
doing that.
if you know you owe money for your rims, park in a garage. Don't let them get your rims, or take your rims off and go to the junkyard, get 4 cheap rims, take those rims off, put the cheap rims on your car, and then hide those other rims.
Just when you go out.
Yeah, until the statute of limitations expires.
Technically, he could have just put like a towel or something over the tires, and like I think there's a law like if you got a repo, they can't move your property to get to their property. So my dad explained it to me like if you have a pickup truck, and if they're trying to repo the pickup truck, you can put a lawn chair in the back of the truck. They can't take that chair out the truck.
I don't know. That must be where you live. I don't think that works here.
He told me, I was young when he told me that. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Because those repo guys will hunt you down like a dog until they get their prey.
Repo technology is pretty damn good nowadays.
That cut a car off as you drop it.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised about that. Had a friend of mine one time, and this was when I was stationed in Georgia. And he was with his family, and they was grocery shopping. And he called me and was like, "Hey, you need to come get me. My car's not working." So I was like, "All right, no problem." So went ahead, picked him up, and then the next day he came in the office and he explained everything to me, which was he didn't make the payment. So instead of them coming to get the car, they just cut it off. Right? And they had like a remote to just we're gonna deactivate it. So. You make the payment, it'll start right back up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
okay,
hardcore. Yeah, that's how they do. They've got that now for people who drink and drive, and then you have to do a breathalyzer to start up your car. They got a couple different things. American Freedom Outdoors says that looks like a Cadillac DTS. And John Voorhees says, how many people would not comply if a law passes saying no one can own guns anymore?
No.
I don't think
that's not allowed.
No.
Yeah. And Dude Abide says he's a West Virginian, so there you go. Your state might get bigger. But the people who are coming over to your state when it gets bigger, if they still don't vote, then your state will go the same way. So I don't know.
Dude Abides, are the taxes cheaper in West Virginia than they are in Virginia?
Yeah, so we'll find out. Okay, we're over the 9 o'clock hour. While we're waiting for him to tell us that, we'll go through here and let people tell us how they can, how you all can get out there and follow them. Let's start with the Accu-Tech guys. Where should folks go if they want to follow you guys? Find out more about Accu-Tech products.
The best place to go is Instagram, Acu-Tech Arms. That's ATUTEC Arms on Instagram. That's where we're the most active. And then reach out to us, email or phone call. I believe the website's listed on there, but that's going to be the best place. That's where we're the most active at. So.
All right, very cool. And let's see. Let's go to Mike from MW Tactical. How can the folks out there support you? I know you still have your GoFundMe and other ways that folks could talk to you.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, please go to gofundme.com/LEO training. Give what you can give so we can get some law enforcement officers into jiu-jitsu for a year, no cost to them or the department. By March 1st, I plan on cutting it off, so whatever I raise by March 1st, it is what it is. I'm going to get in what I can get in with that amount. But right now, we're literally at the halfway point. So we just need $2,000 more to put 3 more officers in training, and we'll be complete. If you want to follow me, please go to Instagram and look up at Munitions Weapons Tactical, or just go to my Facebook page, which is M-W Tactical. Or if you want to go and check out everything I'm a part of, go to www.m-wtactical.com.
Okay, and once again, where can they go for the GoFundMe?
GoFundMe.com/LEO training.
All right, cool. Walter, how can the folks out there follow and support you?
They can check me out on Facebook, on Instagram at Safety Hour Firearms, over on Gunstreamer, Safety Hour Firearms, over on mine, Safety Hour Firearms, one word. What else? My brain just blanked. On YouTube, we're Safety Hour Firearms. Then we have stenparts.com, which is another website of ours. We sell Sten parts and stuff. You can always go to safetyhourfirearms.com and just use the old thing called telephone. You know? If you have a question, give us a call.
The old phony phone.
Yeah, the landline thing.
Invented by the Egyptians.
Yeah. And perfected by Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah. Flying Rich says, don't forget about mower death. There you go.
Mower death. That's on YouTube. That's shooting running lawn mowers and weed whackers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I haven't heard back from haven't heard back from Dude Abides on the taxes. I'm gonna say thanks to Franklin Armory out there. Thank them for supporting us. I am gonna throw up a video with an interview from SHOT Show. I think you'll be very interested in this, Walter. You should check it out when it goes up. Very interesting conversation. It's about 38 minutes long, but good stuff in there. Some insider things on what's going on with Franklin Armory and politics and the 2A and all that kind of stuff. Jay was good enough to actually sit down and talk to us, so shout out to them. And then make sure that you guys go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list. That's how we're going to be giving away things and keeping in touch with everyone. Stay right there. Let me drop the end on this. Let's see. There goes the end. Make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you comment. Subscribe to the channel here. And, of course, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. And back to the folks out there. Who's got last words? Last words, anyone?
Good night.
No?
Later.
All right. Good night. We'll see you. We're out of here. Peace.